It's a wild Wednesday this morning, and we are learning about a what?
A civet.
It's called a palm civet. Tiffany Dollins is joining us from the Columbus Zoo. And how cute is he? That's Toddy.
Cutie.
Hi, Toddy. Just a minute. It's for him.
He did a little,
Well, this is Toddy. Toddy's a 13-year-old palm civet, which is
13.
13 is kind of on the older side. They say expected life expectancy is about 10 to 12 years, but there's not a lot known about this animal in captivity because there aren't a whole lot of them in captivity.
Really?
Toddy's kind of one of a kind. He's the only one of his kind that's used in education like we use him at the Columbus Zoo.
Huh?
So
Why is
Toddy,
that?
you know, he has a one-of-a-kind personality. Other civets that we've tried to raise, they just haven't had his same demeanor. Typically, civets in the wild are very aggressive animals. We were talking earlier about the mongoose in Rikki Tikki Tavi. This animal is closest related to the mongoose. So
Do you remember that? Rikki Tikki Tavi,
sure.
and he saved the boy from the cobra and all that kind of thing. So he would normally be more like that.
Right, they're omnivores, so they would hunt in the wild, and then they would also eat tree fruit and stuff they find up in the trees because this is an arboreal animal. They're going to spend almost their entire life up in the trees of Southeast Asia.
Are they nocturnal?
You know, he is nocturnal.
Okay.
He will come out at night if you kind of can tell by his little
Big
beady
eyes,
eyes that he has there. So you can tell a lot by an animal's eyes. He is a nocturnal animal. And then another thing, you know, we talked about he's arboreal. He lives in the tree. We were talking about this tail a little bit earlier before we started here. It's a semi-prehensile tail. So he can't really hang from his tail. He doesn't have the strength in his tails to support his body weight, but he will kind of use it as a seatbelt while he's up in the trees. So he might wrap it around the tree branches, give him give him a little sense of security while he's up in the trees.
Wow. So now he's got mighty big ears, so he's probably a really good listener.
He's a very good listener. Of course, he has to be at night when he's out hunting to hear different things. He also will hunt birds and rodents, so he has to be able to hear those kind of things. He also needs to hear things sneaking up on him. His predators include some of the larger types of cats that are found in Southeast Asia, and also larger snakes.
Snakes.
Yeah, do you guys hear that? I don't know if my mic's picking up on that, but he does make a little squeaky noise. We call him our little squeaky toy. He makes a little squeaking noise, and that's his happy noises that he does, kind of like how a cat would purr.
Okay.
He makes little squeaky noises. Now, he does have an alarm call, too, which is very loud, so if he ever were to get startled or alarmed, he would send that out to other civets that are in the trees.
Now, are there any others at the zoo currently?
He's the only palm civet that we have at the Columbus Zoo.
But there are other kinds of civets?
We have ground civets, I believe, in the nocturnal house, but he is a civet from Southeast Asia, so a tree civet.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about coffee.
Yes.
This is, okay, he eats berries.
He eats a coffee berry, that's right, and he partially digests it, or it ferments in his stomach, and then he poops, and the farmers go out and harvest it. And I just looked it up today to see what the cost was today. If you were to buy Kopi Lawak, as it's called, palm civet coffee, $89 for 4 ounces of coffee grounds.
Wow. So
it's the world's most expensive coffee.
It's civet poo.
Civet poo coffee.
Someone get me a Good Day Columbus mug right now.
Immediately.
You know, I hear it has a very rich flavor because of the digestion process, and some people think that they only eat the best of the berries. They're able to kind of seek them out so that it produces the best coffee. Now, you want to be careful because since people have kind of caught on to this, they are kind of farming palm civets and forcing them to eat this, so you want to make sure that it's done naturally. And if it's done naturally, it's really great because it's sustainable. You have to have these palm civets around to get that coffee.
Okay, sorry.
That's kind of awesome. Kind of gross, but kind of awesome. You need another little, this is not a coffee bean,
So
but
is this
here.
typically a big favorite, the banana?
You know, banana is one of his favorite treats at the
That's too
zoo.
big.
And you know, you're looking at Toddy right now. This is not average size for a palm civet. Palm civets typically range between 5 and 8 pounds.
Oh,
Toddy's 13 years old.
He's had a lot of bananas.
So he has had a lot of bananas in his day. It's one of his favorite snacks. And you know, Toddy's in really good health otherwise for 13 years old. So we expect him to be around for quite some time.
He looks so
But
soft.
he's one of Jack Hanna's favorite animals. When we go places, he's probably been televised and photographed more than any other animal in our animal collection.
Is that a fur or a hair on him?
This is fur. Now,
okay.
animals that typically live up in trees have very thick fur. It helps protect them from insects and things that live up in the trees.
Interesting. And then how do you keep him clean?
Toddy cleans himself. He's a mammal, so he'll clean himself just like all other mammals. But, you know, since Toddy is pretty good-natured, he does let us, you know, clean him up and stuff if we need to. But he's pretty good about keeping himself clean.
Well, you definitely want to clean around the coffee maker.
Right,
Exactly.
Exactly. We need to talk about, you have some hours that are about to change.
We do have
at the
some
zoo.
hours. Now we have normal 9 to 7 hours through Labor Day.
Okay.
After Labor Day, we go to 9 to 5.
Okay.
And we will be 9 to 5 until after Boo at the Zoo.
And then lights.
And then, yeah, that's right. After Boo at the Zoo, we'll be talking about wild lights here in the next couple of months. But we don't want to do that yet because it's still warm outside.
Yeah.
We want to go to Zambezi Bay this weekend because it's the last weekend open for Zambezi Bay through Labor Day.
Well, we should hit a 90-degree day on Saturday, so it should be really nice. All right,
What a cool animal.
One
Thank
more.
you,
Look at
Tiffany,
you.
for
You're ready for
sharing
that.
Toddy with us.
Look how excited you are
Look
about bananas.
Look at that.
That's my favorite face right there.
Yeah, I'm so happy. So happy.
Thanks, Tiffany. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you, Toddy.
Latte?
Yeah. All right, this morning we're going to let Dana do it.
That's right. He's been helping some freshly picked Buckeyes this morning. I hope he's helping, not stressing them out. We'll find out how he's doing with those freshmen. More banana.